President of National Energy, Dr. Vernon Paltu, speaking at the Trinidad and Tobago Energy Chamber's Caribbean Sustainable Energy Conference, addressed the dilemma facing the region in its quest for sustainable energy transition while ensuring economic growth.
The electricity rates in the Caribbean are exorbitantly high. It's high, right? All of the countries, the rates are above 20 cents per kilowatt hour, with the exception of Trinidad and Suriname, where it's heavily subsidized.
Trinidad and Tobago and Suriname pay about US 6 cents per kilowatt hour.
From that perspective, how do we balance that with economic growth? The reality is that we need power to drive economic growth. Most of our industries are driven by power, and there's a direct link with the increase in GDP and the increase in demand for power.
Dr. Paltu said the global forecast is for the expected rise in power demand to increase by 3%.
But for the Caribbean region, IMF estimates it will be about 10% year on year for increase in power. And that is primarily driven by the expanding activities in Guyana and Suriname.
The World Bank notes many countries in the region are already struggling with high debt levels. Dr. Paltu is referring to US currency, not Trinidad and Tobago nor Eastern Caribbean dollars.
As a region, our conventional power capacity is 5 gigawatts, it's just over 5 gigawatts, but we have a renewable energy target of 47% by 2027, and right now we are only just over 10%, or 670 megawatts.
1 gigawatt of power would provide electricity for over 700,000 homes. The region is home to almost 45 million people.
The importation of fuel oil and diesel hampers the growth of our economy. We have to look at alternatives. From the regional point of view, I think we have to seriously look at LNG as a transition fuel while we bridge that gap.
LNG is liquefied natural gas, and currently Trinidad and Tobago has the only plant to liquefy and store LNG in the region.
As a means of driving economic growth, while we build out the power capacity with renewable energy, with decarbonization, we need to have something intermediate.
I am Terry Ann Brown Campbell, and this is Evolving Energy.